housed here at the Beaty Biodiversity Museum, the research going on behind the scenes, and anything else we think is cool.
So we've already gone through each of the 6 collections, and we've gone through fossils, fishes, entomology, the herbarium, the Marine Invertebrate Collection, which is coming up soon, and we've also gone through the cow and tetrapod collection. You can find all of our previous videos in this series in the description below.
And so today we are finishing off with the Marine Invertebrate Collection, and we're going to be taking a look at the pinto abalone. So this is an endangered species, and it's also the only species of abalone commonly found in Canada. It's found all up and down the west coast. So, fun facts about this organism. It starts off life as a little tiny planktonic, microscopically swimming thing. What we have here, it's its shell. So at some point during its life, it's going to start to build this shell. So this tiny little thing will start to add material around to the outer edge of the shell. So you can see that around here, it adds material to the edge here. And so what starts off as microscopically tiny gets to a shell about the size of my palm.
That's really interesting. So what kind of material is this shell actually made of?
Calcium carbonate. So it's a molecule that's pretty freely available in the ocean, usually. So lots of sea creatures tend to incorporate it into their armor or their shells. But unfortunately, its free availability is going down as a result of ocean acidification.
The only calcium carbonate I've heard of is the one that's like in my cream soda.
The carbonation in your soda is caused by adding carbon dioxide to the water to make it more acidic. And ocean acidification is just adding carbon dioxide to the ocean.
So tell me a little bit more about how these calcium carbonate molecules are disintegrating.
So it's actually kind of related to global warming. So I just said that it's when you add carbon dioxide to the ocean water. The more carbon dioxide there is in the air, the more carbon dioxide there's going to be in the water. When you add a whole bunch of CO2 to ocean water, you get this molecule called carbonic acid, and then that sets off a whole other host of reactions. But the consequence is that the more carbon dioxide, the less carbonate. And the less carbonate, the less calcium carbonate, so the less shell material there is for the abalone. And at high enough CO2 concentrations in the air, the abalone actually can't make a shell at all. But when calcium carbonate is available, the abalone makes new layers of its shell by adding calcium carbonate bricks to this outer edge here. So it'll stack calcium carbonate tiles, and it even has a mortar. It's really like stacking bricks. It makes this little sticky protein substance. So then when the shell is struck, the tiles kind of slide around instead of shattering, and the sticky protein substance absorbs the energy of the hit, so it stays protected.
Awesome. That's kind of like, that's like a superpower almost. I mean, like, humans can only have like opposable thumbs that are cool. I wish we had access to like super cool organic body armor too.
Yeah, well, you know, a lot of material scientists share your envy. This was a really big subject of study for material scientists a couple years ago. So they were trying to figure out ways to make more robust body armor and stuff like that. So one day, your dream of owning an abalone-esque shell could come true.
So what exactly is it protecting itself from with this armor?
So one of its main predators is the sea star, which like kind of made me a little sad because when I was little, I used to think that sea stars were just like so sweet and too cute to hurt anything.
Me too.
Yeah, they're brightly colored and they're shaped like stars, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also thought that sea otters were too cute to hurt anything, but it turns out both of these things are actually vicious carnivores and predators of the abalone. But the abalone is a really good way of protecting itself from sea stars. So it's got this one big, broad foot, it's a sea snail, and then the shell rests on top, and it can sort of swivel the shell independently of the foot. So when it feels the sea star touch it, it'll start to spin violently and shake the sea star off, and then it like speeds away and waves its tentacles around so nothing else touches it. When I say speeds away, it is a snail, so it doesn't go that fast. It's not really a bullet out of a gun, but its top speed is a whopping 15 shell lengths per minute.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's almost as fast as me in the morning.
Yeah. Have I finally found an organism that my co-host will take on head-to-head? Will you challenge the abalone to a foot race?
I mean, maybe.
I like your chances.
You gotta catch me on a good day.
All right, well, on that triumphant note, I think that's the end of our video, which means that it's also the end of our Beaty Weekly series.
Aww.
So sad. Thank you guys so much for watching these, and I really hope that you've enjoyed our little tour through the collections.
Yeah. For more information on the abalone, you can check the links that are below in the description. If you want more information on the museum itself, we also have some links down there too, or you can come see us in person.
Hey guys,
Welcome back.
what's up?